Chief Minister Conrad Sangma, along with Water Resources Minister Kamingwon Umbon, Agriculture Minister Dr. M. Ampreen Lingdor, and Fisheries Minister A.L. Heg, today inaugurated the International Water Conclave at the Courtyard by Marriott in Shillong. The state, in collaboration with the Ministry of Jal Shakti, Government of India, and various partnering agencies, is organizing the two-day conclave focusing on water-related issues with a special focus on hilly areas due to their unique ecology, terrain, and geography. The conclave will feature parallel sessions discussing water, climate and disasters, as well as gender equity and social inclusion. The event will culminate in the formation of the Shillong Declaration. In his inaugural address, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma expressed his desire for various state departments such as water resources, water conservation, PHE, agriculture, fishery, tourism and mining, which are impacted by water-related issues, to engage in discussions and enhance their collaboration. He also expressed his hope that the discussions would encompass the utilization of technology to tackle challenges. He informed that the state is partnering with the Northeastern Space Application Center to establish a data innovation center. This center aims to develop predictive models that will guide future course of action.
The objective of this actual conference and the conclave is to bring everybody together, department-wise, throughout state governments, throughout different organizations, throughout society, to realize that we need to keep our eye on the ball. And we need to address the issues and not just focus on scheme implementation or completion of certain targets. And hence, a holistic approach is required. We need to realize that there is a larger objective to what individually every department is doing, and we need to talk to each other. Number two, we also realized that though geographically speaking, we have different states, we have different countries out here, but when it comes to environment and water-related issues, water doesn't have boundaries. And hence, it is important that different state governments talk to each other. Different countries talk to each other. We realize that in a particular geographical region, we have factors that affect us each. And therefore, if we are not aligned in our efforts and in our goals, we actually may not be able to achieve the full potential if we are able to actually work together. So this is the genesis of the project and this conclave that we had. Number three, why the Water Conclave? So we have, and I think every other state in the government in the country has got what we call the climate councils. And the Chief Minister heads the Climate Council. We realize that climate change, obviously, apart from the normal problems we have, climate change is only impacting these problems even at a larger scale. And hence, from the Climate Council, we had started advocating and working and talking to departments, telling them that we need to start addressing these issues at a state scale, at a regional level in the country, and even in a political kind of other countries around us, so that we're able to address these concerns in a larger platform where we bring everybody together. And hence, we have worked, or we started working on the water issue, because obviously the crux of these things, water is maybe one of the largest issues and problems that we'll face because of the climate change that we are having. And so on and so forth. The reason why our agriculture minister is here is because it is affecting agriculture too. And hopefully maybe from a years from now, next year, the Climate Council will push the agriculture departments to have a discussion on how climate change and water issues are affecting the cropping pattern, the growth or the decrease in the productivity of different agriculture products, and more importantly, how do we adapt in the coming 5 to 10 years to be able to ensure that we are able to mitigate or even, as I said, adapt to the issues that we're going to face in the coming years. My last point, which I would like to say today, which I would like this conclave to also discuss, is really the use of technology. We are working very closely with NESAC. I think NESAC team is here. We are working very closely with NESAC, which is the space agency here. And they are monitoring our different springs. they're monitoring the different reservoirs, they're monitoring the different forest cover, they're monitoring the different agriculture activities for us, they're monitoring even the mining activities for us. Now, when we collect all of this data and this information, we are very keen, and Madam, I would like to share this with you, that we'll be coming out with something called a Data Innovation Center in Meghalaya. The idea of this Data Innovation Center is to be able to collect these data and information departmentally, superimpose them on different departmental information, and be able to create a predictability model as to what will happen if this rejuvenation of this spring takes place, how it would impact the agriculture and the fisheries and the different forest aspect of the other departments. And I think this use of technology, and today with artificial intelligence coming up, I think it is very key for us to be able to really use the data that we get to be able to create predictable models which will help us save a lot of time in the future.
As we aware is gathered today, we are faced with the stability of the world grappling with water scarcity, pollution and climate change. These challenges transcend borders and demand a collective response from all of us. These conflicts underscore the need for concerted action to safeguard our water resources for future generations. Meghalaya is blessed with water resource, and as a minister in charge of water resource in Meghalaya, I am aware of my responsibilities, including the huge task that lies in front of us, especially conserving the resource and passing it to our future generation. Water, the essence of life, has been an integral part of our culture, tradition and daily lives here in Meghalaya for centuries. However, despite this natural bounty, we are not immune to challenge to confront the global community in managing the precious source. In Meghalaya, we have recognized the importance of sustainable water management as a cornerstone of our development agenda. Through innovative policies, community-driven initiative, and partnership with stakeholders, we are striving to ensure equitable access to clean and safe water for all citizens while preserving our natural ecosystem. Our Honorable Chief Minister has been the driving force in launching various water sector-related scheme and program. For instance, the Meghalaya State Aquaculture Mission 2, with aims at attaining self-sufficiency in fish production, Green Meghalaya, payment for ecosystem scheme, and under such scheme which ensure that catchment are protected and are continue to receive steady supply of water throughout the year. We have been able to undertake a holistic approach to water resource management. For instance, soil, water conservation department in constructing 600 water harvesting structure, and this structure is addition to being a source of water and irrigation and ensuring water security. This structure would also serve the community with abundant supply of fishes. The Department, Water Resource and Fisheries, and working together with the Soil and Water Conservation Department, in this regard, we are also in the process of constructing 75 water bodies in each district as a part of Amrit Sarawar project. We must collaborate across border, share knowledge and best practice, and harness the power of technology and innovation to address the complex challenges faced for water resources. The conclave provides a unique platform for such collaboration and exchange of ideas. The officers of the government of Meghalaya have worked hard for arranging this conclave, and I am sure that this deliberation in the conclave would lead to actionable roadmap for securing water resource for the future generation.
Mariang kapin mi lakiram iba ibi